Howdy folks, welcome back to Mile Arc. Today we are on Lake 41, South Dakota for 50 States Tour, and we're in the 727 even though you can't see it because I've left this completely cold and dark so we could do everything together from the beginning. And I realized as I was setting up this flight that we haven't done a night flight in this new aircraft. So we're going to do it today. There are going to be some challenges. The weather, real world weather is turned on. The weather is pretty atrocious at our destination. So we're going to take off at Watertown Regional. And we're in the 727 200 advanced, by the way. We really should be in the 100 for this, but I don't have my presets and everything set up for the 100. So we're just going to jump right into the 200 advanced or have everything ready to go. So anyway, Watertown Regional. We're going to fly about 267 nautical miles to Rapid City, South Dakota. And I'm going to land there using the ILS approach unless the weather changes on us. It'll be runway 32 with the ILS. Anyway, you do see a shiny airplane there if you look right in the middle of your screen. We're going to light this thing up in a moment. But that's what we're doing today. I don't think we need much more of an introduction. It takes a long time to get this thing going, so let's just jump right in. Let's turn on our flashlight so you can see what we're doing here. And go over to the engineer station, and first of all, click on, is it this one? GPU and air cart. There we go. We can close that up. And external power. That'll light everything up for us. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. I don't think there's much outside to see, but it's lit up in here. Oh no, we gotta get some more lights on and everything. We can't see anything. So here we go. What do we need to do? Well, we gotta light up this aircraft so we can see what we're doing. Let's see, is it gonna be this one? I haven't used the lights in here yet because this is the first time I've done this. How come this stuff isn't lighting up for us here? Well, we gotta turn that. We gotta change this. Old school. There we go. Why won't those light up? All this stuff's lighting up. Do we need the fluorescent light on? Okay, that's really annoying. But at least we can see what we're doing now. Okay. This is brand new for us, playing with all these lights. I haven't done any of this before in this new version. I know, oh, my mouse wheel. Ugh. Fighting between mouse wheel and scroll wheel. Whoop, no, let's not. Let's go. Come on. Gotta get that right spot. There we go. Okay. Let's back up. Obviously that fluorescent lighting is not going to stay on. That's terrible. Just trying to get... Okay, I got the co-pilot side to light up. Why won't the pilot side light up? Let's see. This is really going to take, there we go, that should be it right there if I get the right spot. Nope, that was this. What is the dealio? That's overhead. That's fine. That's center, yeah, you know, let's do the red for the center. That's down here. See how that's red glow? That's that, I know what that is. I want the left side light up. The right side's lit up. Left side, light up, please. Let's just crank all these up. Compass, sure, why not? Center, background, overhead. Is it this one? No. How come that side lit up for us? Let's see. Let's turn that off. Right, exactly. Right, forward, side panel. Boom. So you should think left, forward, side panel. And nothing's happening. Huh. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? I'm going to keep messing with this. I'll cut back once I figure something out. Okay, this is really terrible. I can't figure out what's going on. I'm sure there's a switch somewhere, maybe. But for now, we're just going to use that nasty, nasty fluorescent light. Because I can't figure out where it is. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a switch somewhere that needs to be turned on. I don't know. It drive me crazy though, because everything else, you know, this side is working just fine. See? Oh, hang on, let me turn the fluorescent light off. So it's off, and then I turn this, and you can see that side. And map light, you can see that side. But over here, the map light works. But this isn't working. Let's turn it off. Nothing. Turn it on. Nothing. Let me check my failures real quick. Let me just check something. Nope, I did fix all systems and still nothing. So I don't know if this is a bug or if I'm missing a switch. I haven't been on the forums for FlyJSim in quite some time. I usually, when there's new aircraft like this, or newer, I mean, it's been out for a couple weeks, I live on the forums for a while so I can get to know all the bugs and everything and fix things and talk about it in my videos. But I haven't had time to look at the forums, so I don't know if I'm missing something or if this is a bug. Dang it. Well, I guess we're just going to go with this nasty, nasty light. Oh, that's terrible. I don't know what to say. I even tried with the battery on over here. Turn the battery on. Still same result. So I guess we're just going to have to live with it. Let's try one more time. No. This panel light thing isn't working either. This should all light up nice and gray. So no, that's that one. I'm determined to get this, can't you tell? I'm wasting a lot of time on this video trying to get this to work. Doggone it, how disappointing. I guess we can fly from the co-pilot side, but I don't really want to. Anyway, let's just give it up and give it up. If you know what's going on, please comment. Because this video is being recorded pretty much right before I release it. So it's not one of the, normally I'll say, oh, by the time you see this video, I would have researched it. Don't bother commenting. But that's not the case. By the time you see this video, I just recorded it. So I haven't looked it up yet. But that is going to bother me. Doggone, I was all excited to do our first night flight in this brand new aircraft. And this is a major nasty thing to get to look at. Oh, well, maybe it'll start up sometime. Once you get the generators or something going. Anyway, what I was going to say about this aircraft, I still can't see anything from the outside. What I was going to say is, in the last flight, we had some good things and bad things. A good thing was we had the best landing in my flight simulator career. It was awesome. Go back and watch the last 27 flight. Some bad things. At top of descent, I pulled the throttles all the way back. And we had an engine stall. And I did see some crazy things going on my N1 gauges and N2 gauges over here for engine 3. Spin it around. But I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to start it again, so I didn't even say anything. A lot of you asked me, though, about it. But if we stall again, I mean, I don't know why I did that or how to restart it. I'll just fix systems, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, oh my gosh, this is... what a distraction. But again, my videos are a little more raw, right? I don't start over and redo things. So this was a long introduction. Spent a lot of time on this nasty problem. I might not even be a problem. It might be me just not understanding the aircraft. What a bummer. Anyway, moving on. Landing altitude. I forgot. No, I do have a landing altitude. I need to get that. Ground power air card. It is nighttime. Stairs down. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, here we go. Passengers, fuel, and cargo. This is normally now where I start my recordings. I normally have all this stuff set up. I just wanted to do it with you. Kind of glad I did because, man, weird. Anyway, let's go over here. I think it's this one. We don't really need a super full flight. Like I said, we really should be using the 100 anyway for this, not the 727 Advanced. How come there are always two people in the bathroom? That's so strange. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I know that's not the bathroom. Fuel and cargo. Distance is 267. We're going to screw up a little bit, so let's get our fuel to about 350 or so. Trip distance, maybe even 400. Let's see. Let's do 401 just because I like to panic. We're well below max landing weight. Anyway, let's put this thing away like that. Hop over here, do the battery, and let's just test this. Let's see if the lights will turn on the right way now. Where are you? No. Bummer. Okay. Well, there we go. Trip the APU, which I have a preset for somewhere. Can't even see anything. Turn on that flashlight. There's a fluorescent light here too, I think. There we go. We can see things better now. What did I say? Trip, and start. And start. There we go. All right, I'm going to let this warm up. And while it does, is it going to warm up? There it goes. Let's click this thing off. these test things. There we go. Once this connects, though, the APU, we'll try those lights again. All right, good enough. So we'll do field and then generator to close. Nope, too early. There we go. Now will our lights work? I'm so determined. Now they work. So why do you get half your lights until you get your APU going or some source of power? It would no, because external power didn't work. Battery didn't work. APU, now it works. I don't know, they're really bright. We're going to have to tone those down because they're really bright, but we'll worry about that later. All right, so here we go. Let's go over here and turn this silly flashing light off too then. Thank you very much. All right, so now what? Beacon lighting, etc., etc. So let's see. I'm going to adjust all my lights because these things are brighter than the dickens. All right, I turn all those down. It looks much better now, doesn't it? All right, so here we go. What you need... I really got to change this preset because I cannot see that far away anymore. Logo and wing, beacon, strobe. Nav will stay off for a minute. Let's see here. No smoking. Sign is... I've not done this at night before. It's very different. And seatbelts. There we go. Okay. Emergency lights armed. You just push that down. Stall warning. We're going to test it. Then back to normal. That's good. Window heat. I think that's these. I can barely read this in the dark. That's crazy. Let's go back over here, and somewhere we can turn these lights on too. What's that one do? There we go. Let's mix the red and the white. There we go. Okay. APU bleed. That is up here, I think. Yes. Oh, they're all open in this version. I should take that off my checklist. Cooling doors open. They already are, so take that off my checklist. Bright light switches. Yes. Disconnect air cart and GPU. Boom, boom. There we go. It's going to be a little quieter now. That's good. Everything's still running, right? I did not like that sound. That was a very scary sound. Anyway, lights still on? Yes, they are. Okay. Moving along. DC meters, ESSTR. I can't really see that far in the dark. No, it already was now. Okay, I really need to change my checklist. A lot of these things I used to have to do are already taken care of, it seems like. Gasper fan on. There you go. All right, AC pack on. Air pressure, here we go. So cruise, 26 nautical mile. What's our top of the sound? Let me check this. What are we going to cruise at? 22,000 I figured out. Okay, good. There we go. I already figured it out. 22,000. There we go. Landing altitude is 3204. So set this to... where's the big one? There we go. Oh, no. There we go. 3204. There we go. Alrighty. Where are we? Flight plan stuff. Yes, we do have a flight plan, obviously, for Slant Alpha, of course. So, we got 3 VORs, and then we'll aim for the 4th one. If the weather doesn't change, we're going to do an ILS approach to runway 32. If the weather does change, the only other option without GPS is the 14 DME, 16 DME nautical mile arc to runway 14, but the weather shouldn't change too much. It's nasty there. It's like 28, like 16 wind with 28 gusts or something with a nice crosswind. It's going to be atrocious, but we can handle it. We can do it. We just can't handle our lights, apparently. But we can handle the flying. So here we go. Let's get this thing started up. I'm not going to do too much detail Slant Alpha because they just spent, I think, the last 2 flights in this aircraft. We did a lot of Slant Alpha detail. So, first thing we're going to do is fly away from 116.6. And then we're going to fly towards 117.6. Like so. Whoops, let's go this way. And we're going to put 117.6 in here so we know when we can see it. And then after that is 112.5. Again, I'm not really talking about why I'm doing it this way because I spend a lot of time in other videos. We're just going to do it this time. So we're going to leave 116.6, fly towards 117.6. This will tell us when we pick up 117.6, and then we'll fly towards 112.5. And then we got another VOR after that, and then our ILS. Do we pick up? Then we're not picking up DME2. So that's good. So I'm just going to fly away from 116.6. Well, normally we'd have ATC vector. That's we don't have ATC. So we're going to take off, and then we are going to fly west, northwest, probably, and try to pick up 229 outbound. 220. Am I going the wrong way? Of course I am. 229. There's 229er. 229er. There you go. That's the way we're going to do it. Okay, good. All right, moving along. Autopilot stuff. We used to autopilot now and then just engage it. Doesn't work anymore. We are going to do our cruise. Cleared straight up to 22K. It's going to be. Boom. Simple as that. Altimeter barometer. Real world weather's turned on. 2971. So I'll just do 2971. There we go. Why does this say alt? Go away. 22,000 goofball. Right? Not 2200, 22,000. I've done that before. Wind 250. Take away the 0. 25. Closest number to 25. Ooh, is 30. So I'm going to take off runway 30. Runway 30 then would be this one. The wind is going to come from here. It's going to be a nice crosswind takeoff. Shouldn't be too bad. So we'll just turn to the right, turn around. And that is our runway. Okay. Close the stairs. Do we have lights yet? We do. Can we see the stairs being down? We can. Shift F1. They should close. I see them close. There we go. Awesome. All right, what is next? Turn on the 8 fuel pumps. 7 and 8. There we go. Turn off the AC packs. And all bleed valves open because we're low altitude. If we're high altitude, we'd have to adjust them until we got at least 30 psi, but we're almost at 40 and climbing, so we are good. Set better pushback. We don't need pushback. I just, unmodeled airport, I just drag the airplane to where I want it. So we're just going to start the engines now. And first of all, though, I'm going to reset my preset 8 for those lights. It's bugging me, and I'm going to fix that right back. Okay, I can't see my panel lighting, but I can see my exterior lighting, and that'll drive me crazy. Okay, so here we go. I can't see anything up here. Isn't there a way to light this up somewhere? I don't think so. Well, that's the control behind us. This is overhead lighting, but that's not... No, that just makes the lights brighter. Yeah, that doesn't... Okay, fine, whatever. Turn on the flashlight so you can see. There, ground, boom, come down here. When this gets to 25, I can't remember what it is. When it gets to 25, we introduce fuel. We're looking right here at N2. It's at 10. When it gets to 25, we'll introduce fuel. I can remember I preset for that. And we'll be down there to turn on fuel in a second. 20, 22, 24. That's not the right preset, but there's a fuel anyway. 25. Let that climb. Let that stabilize. For the interest of time, we're going to move right on to 3. Come down here. There's 20, 22, 24. Introduce fuel. Can you tell it's very, very late at night past my bedtime? I'm a little overwired today, but that is okay. Better than being terribly dull. We'll start engine 1 now. And there's 20, 22, 24. Come down here to be 25 by the time we hit it. Now we do need this to stabilize before we can turn on our hydraulics, however. And it's all stabilized and lights out. So A is already on. Hydraulic B we have to turn on in this version. Close the 3 generator dies. There we go. Make sure you actually close them and not trip them. Galley power on, which is over here. Both AC packs open so people can be more comfortable. Cargo heat to normal. There we are. Essential powers to generator. I think that's... No, that's AC meter. Where's essential powers? I cannot see. Is it already on generator? No. Whoa, there we go. Generator. This duct thing is a bug, I found out from Jack himself. AC meters to bus type, they already are. Make sure there are no lights on. We can ignore that one. All the other lights are off, however. There we go. We can dim this down now. It's not that one, it's this one. Turn that up just a little bit. Oh, no, it's that one. What does that do? Oh, yeah, there's like so many different lights. It's awesome, but good grief. Okay. Fuel heat off. It is by default in this one. Anti-ice. We don't touch because I don't know anything about it yet. Pytot heat. There we go. Trip the APU. It already tripped itself, I guess. And off. Boom. There we go. It's going to wind down. There it is. Freaks me out every time, but we're still running, right? We still got stuff on. So we're still good. We did it right. Okay. Press your switch from ground to flight. Where are you? You're over here. Ground to flight. Cabin temp, we'll just keep at auto. That's fine. Gasper fan off. Air bleed 2 closed. And check reference and airspeed bugs. So we go over here to our V card and set the bugs. So flaps 20, which is about 4 o'clock on the dial. 109, we're light again. Good. Okay, flaps 20, take off 109, already set the bugs. Simple as that. Turn on this thing, which I have a preset for somewhere. Found it. It's R. I don't know why. Anyway, let that thing warm up. And what is next? Taxi lights. Here's my new preset for this. I can actually see my lights now. Like I said, it cuts off my panel lights on the side, but it doesn't really matter. I normally don't need to use them. Let's try navigation out anyway, because where we are. Strobo ring already on. RTO for... Oh, we need this in here. Let me reset that one more time. Auto brakes RTO for rejected takeoff. And let's begin our taxi. We're going to start getting flaps down, though, as we taxi. It's a short one. Parking brake off. Lots of fuel because we're on the grass. Are we rolling? There we are. It just takes a lot when you're on the grass. Get those flaps coming out. Taxi's not terribly long. Turn my sim volume down. Oh, there I can't go any lower. It's very loud in my ears, but I can't go any lower. It just moves it. I know you can turn it down using your options on the left, but then I think that turns it down for you, and I don't want to do that. So here we go. I don't know the airport. I just looked at the diagram. We're going to go down to that beacon and turn left. And then that'll be a runway. I'm just going to keep these flaps coming down. We only need one more, it looks like. Alrighty, so anyway, I am going to taxi to this runway, and I'll meet you when we get there. Alright, we're about ready. Whoop, my preset, my view is so screwed up on this airplane. Whenever I hit the brakes, it moves the camera. Anyway, we're going to turn here now, I think. Yes, we are. Try to stay on the taxiway as best as possible. And it's late at night, no one else is coming in, so we will actually pull onto the runway before we get everything going here. Get all these lights on. I can't really see anything while I do this because I don't have a co-pilot, nor do I have peripheral vision. Hopefully we can make this. Ooh, weather just updated. I'm going to cut it short. We're going to end up in the middle. Hey, we're going to end up in the middle. Impressive. That really happens. Mark that on your calendar. Alright, stop here. Set the parking brake. What does our checklist say? Flaps, I think, are good, right? 20. They are. Landing lights on. They are. Check the flaps. I did have it twice. Trim. You just, whoop. No. What are you? This one. Click the green band. And it'll trim for you automatically. And, review what we're doing. We're just going to fly out. Well, let's see. I guess we could go straight until we hit intercepted radio 229, or we could kind of go west. My plan was to go due west and save some time, but that might shave too much off. We'll get too close. We're not picking up DME2 yet. I don't know. We'll kind of go westish. Let's get the heading bug set because we will engage autopilot this time immediately after takeoff like I usually do. I've just been hand flying a lot lately, but we'll set this to runway heading for now in case I screw up. Otherwise, we are set to go. So we are going to throttle ahead, 97%, 92 to climb at 280. We actually have to set this to 250. So we don't speed. We'll use IS hold until we get to 10,000, then we'll climb at 280. There we go. Okay, what are we doing? Nothing. Parking brake off, spool this thing up. It should be long enough runway. Shouldn't be too bad. But here we go. I'm way more nervous than I should be. I don't know why. I seem to do better with the bigger jets than I do with the little planes. In terms of flying. Oh, whoa, I have like full right rudder. What's going on? Thank you. Let's bring back throttles a little bit. Get out of that yellow. I have full right rudder. We're still going left. Weird. Plenty of runway. There we go. Effortless. Don't strike the tail. Perfect. Slow climb out. Positive rate. Gear coming in. Flaps start coming in. Let's try to keep runway heading. Keep an eye on that flap schedule, which you can't see, but I sort of have memorized. There we go. Boom. Good. Flaps are going to come in. Keep a positive rate, but get us up to 250. Get the heading bug ready to go for autopilot. Flaps coming in still. Yeah, we don't need to climb that steeply. There we go. Flaps should be coming in now. There we go. Good. Bring our throttles to 92 or so. Nose down a little bit so we can get some speed going. We want to hit that speed limit. So we can engage autopilot. Otherwise, so far so good. Keeping an eye on our airspeed and our crazy steep climb rate. Looking good. I would love to do some sightseeing, but we can't yet until we go hands-free. Pointing the nose down a little bit so we get some more speed going here. And I guess we could turn to the left on our own to gauge that, or to intercept the heading bug a little bit. Oh, yeah, we just blew through the VOR already. How'd that happen? I'm going to have to recheck my... We should not have blown through that VOR yet. No way. Interesting. Still hands-free flying. I know I still can do autopilot right away, but I decided not to. Let's nose down a little bit to get closer to that 250. That way when I engage autopilot, it won't slam us to the ground. So I'm turning to meet up with that heading bug and to get 250. So we're almost there. So we're going to go down here. We're going to engage, IS hold, heading select, alt select. Where are you? There you are. And I'm going to be hands-free. There we go. Good. And it's going to get us to 250 or what? There you go. What are we at? We're at 90. We can go up a little bit faster than 92. Now I got to figure out what went wrong with my navigation. 116, right? 0.6, yes. 229 outbound, yes. I guess we're just going so doggone fast that we blew right over the VOR. That's crazy. It's not even lit up on localizer here. Let's turn a little more steeply, I guess, to get closer to it. Very strange. Anyway, we're almost at 10,000 feet. That's good. Crazy fast climb rate. There's 10 grand just about. So let's speed up to 280. It's going to point us down to speed us up, which is fine. Landing lights can come off now. I can't really see. There we go. Everything come off. There we go. There we go. This can go to disarm. This can go to off as well. And that is it for right now. Until what? How come we're not getting our local light up? Let's nav lock this thing right now. What is going on with you? Are you not working? Come on. Work. It's lit up here in blue, which means it knows it's there, which is fine because it's going to turn us. But that should light up too. I must have screwed up when I pushed that earlier. Bummer. Anyway, it picked it up, so I'm not worried about it. It's kind of strange. Not as smooth as it could have been. Anyway, let's do a little bit of sightseeing. I think we do some sightseeing. We haven't even picked up our next VOR. 117.6, is that right? Yeah, 117.6. Haven't even picked it up. So we're going to do some sightseeing then. I'm going to let this thing S-curve its way back to reality. And I'll catch you probably top of descent. We're not going to do every VOR together. So I'll catch you in a little bit. So I don't know what's going on, but we have no DME at all on 1 or 2. And I know not every VOR has DME, but we've gone through like 3 VORs now since I started this flight and no DME. So I've had to pull up this map and use the blue lines. So I don't know what's going on. So we started with a lighting problem. Everything worked with the APU. And now we have a DME problem. And we've flown this new version 3 or 4 times now. And 100 times with the older versions. We've never had a DME problem. So I don't know if I clicked something, because it is dark. Maybe I accidentally clicked something that I couldn't see and I turned off my DME? I don't know. I'll just have to see if I have problems with my next flight. So again, I'm recording this right before you watch it. So if you have any idea how I screwed up and I'm getting no DME from VORs that I know have DME, please help so I don't do this again. I'll be able to read your comments before I fly this thing again. But anyway, we're well into cruise. I've been monitoring my speed so we don't overspeed. But everything looks good. Everything's been fine, except this DME thing. And I've been playing with my lighting and stuff and trying to look outside like this. There's not a whole lot to see. But it's night, although night lighting's awesome. So right now we're waiting for top of descent, which is supposed to be 33 nautical miles from our next VOR, which this should say 33, and then I would know when top of descent is. But I don't know where top of descent is now. I just know that it's 80 nautical miles from this VOR to this VOR, so that means we're about 40 out. So I could probably call top of descent pretty soon, since 40 is halfway. But yeah, this is very annoying. So it's a good thing we brought our iPads with us that have a live map. Right? Our iPad has a live map. That's what this is going to simulate, because looking at a live map is not slant alpha flying. We shouldn't even ever look at that map when we fly this thing. We should do it all through our gauges and radios, instruments and radios. But I must have clicked something in the dark that turned off my, I don't know, whatever. Very confusing, but we're going to make this work anyway. Again, a raw video, no redoing. You get to see it how I did it the first time. We're going to call this top of descent then, because that's about 35 miles out. So our approach is still going to, we can't get the weather yet, it's too far away, but we're going to assume it's the same. So ILS, runway 32, we're going to enter at 5,500. Fixes at 5,000. We'll probably be flying by hand by then, because too much will be going on to be adjusting instruments without DME. We're just going to fly by hand. So let's bring this down to 5,000. And let's come down here and do Alt Select. And we're going to go down at 3. What do we want to do? So 310 Jack likes to do. We'll do 310. So let's come down here. IS hold, bring back throttles. Let's see if we lose an engine again. Because this is where we lost our engine before. I brought back throttles, and an engine stalled. That's not what that was. So we'll just keep an eye on this thing. If we stall an engine like last time, we'll just fix all systems in the sim, because I don't know why it happens or how to fix it. We don't have a flight engineer with us. We're all 3, pilot, co-pilot, and flight engineer. So anyway, brought back throttles to get us to slow down to 310, and then we'll start descending. And I reset barometer standard at 18,000 feet, by the way. Otherwise, that's our approach for now until we get our destination information, and then we'll make adjustments. But I don't know what happened to DME, so we just gotta keep looking at the silly map. So what's gonna happen then is when we cross the next VOR, we're gonna go outbound at 242 towards the next VOR, and then eventually we'll break free to pick up the ILS. Bummer. And since I can't use distances, we can't do an arc, that's for sure. We're probably gonna have to rely on this map thing, I guess. So this should come down here, and we'll get our next VOR. We'll break free the blue line, because we don't want to go directly to it. We wanted to go south of it until we pick up ILS. I was going to use an arc. I don't know how that's going to work. We might end up just flying over the airport and doing a pattern visually. I really don't want to, but if we have to, we will. Otherwise, we're starting to descend now at a crazy rate of 2,500 feet per minute. So let's bring a little throttle in. I'm going to calculate. Well, I can't really calculate our descent because I don't have DME. I'm going to try. A little bit more sightseeing for you. I'm going to do some calculation behind the scenes for me. Yeah, I was trying to calculate our descent rate, but without DME, I can't even calculate how far we're going, because normally how fast we're going. Normally what we do is we take 15 seconds on the clock, and then take your distance covered in 15 seconds, multiply it by 4, that's your horizontal speed or lateral speed, and then take your altitude minus your final altitude or whatever, and take the distance, and times it by 1,000 feet per minute. That's how many minutes, how many miles you're going per minute will tell you if you have to adjust this. I do it all the time. Without DME, we're lost. So we're just going to come down. We'll probably come down to 5,000 feet and sit there and just circle the airport at 5,000 feet until we pick up the ILS, I guess, because we can't even vector ourselves in with an arc. So this is crazy. But there we go. System failure, right? Except normally you wouldn't have brought an iPad on your lap with a live map if you're doing Slant Alpha. I guess you would just talk to ATC and they'd help you, right? ATC would say go here, there, the other way, and you see my DME failed, and then I guess in this case we lost comms too because we don't have ATC, so we're flying by the seat of our pants. But we're gonna do it. We got 13,000 feet to come down, at 1,000 feet per minute. That'd be 13 minutes. In half again, that'd be 7.5 minutes. We normally go about 8 miles per minute. So we're coming on way too quickly, but I really don't care at this point. So let's look at our map. Boom. So now we want to leave this thing at what? 242. So let's come down. Whoop. Forgot. Important step. Heading bug, heading bug, heading bug, heading bug, heading bug, heading bug. There we go. Come down here. Heading select. Come up here again when I say 242. 242. We're going to wait till we do station passage, though, because that's not right. So we'll wait till we do station passage. Should be any second. There we go. Boom, station passage. Heading and bug this thing over here. Now my loc is lighting up. Finally, after 4 VORs, which means we can do that. And 108.4 is there. That's supposed to tell us how far to the next thing, and it's not going to tell us. Oh boy, we'll make it. We're just going to follow this blue line is pretty much what we're doing. So then after 108.4, we're going to go to 112.3, which is already in there. So I honestly don't care at this point, so let's just go like that. This has to stay in there, though. 112.3 is just off the end of the runway. We don't want to go towards that, because then we won't pick up the ILS. We'll be too close. We were going to do an arc, because we don't have ATC to vector us in. It's not going to work that way. I saw light flashing. Don't even care. All right, let's just follow this thing and follow the map. It's time to start slowing down though, actually, because we're going to come down at 10,000 feet soon. Let's bring this down to 250. It's going to level us off or even go up to slow us down. I don't want to bring throttles back too much though. It'll start beeping at us for not having gear down, I think. Where's that horn? There it is. Boom, just like that. Okay. Did I lose an engine? Nope. So I don't know why I lost an engine before and I didn't lose an engine this time. Maybe it's just a failure, I guess. Otherwise, what else? That's it. I'm just keep looking at this map and try not to panic so much. Truly for flaps, truly for gear. We're below 18,000 feet, so we really should get our destination weather in here so we know what the altimeter is. But that's way too early. This is our next VOR. Let's just use this airport to get an idea. 299 or 8. We can use that as an idea, and then we will fine-tune it once we get our destination weather. Otherwise, Alt. Oh, okay. Altimeter, what? 5,000, whatever. Anyway, we're at the speed limit now. Now we should finally start slowing down. We're coming down now that we slow down. There we go. Finally. Okay. Now we're going to keep descending. I'm going to keep an eye on things as best as I can without DME and without ATC. Wish me luck. I will see you in a couple minutes. And we're coming on 11,000 feet. I'm going to actually turn landing lights on now. Our descent was way too fast. We're so far ahead of schedule. We're going to send that to max because it's short runway. All the lights are on. Too early for flaps, too early for gear, though. We're just going to hold 250 nautical miles, or yeah, 250 knots. And then when we get down at 10,000 feet, I'm going to hold us level for a little bit until we get past our next VOR. And then we will start descending again because, I mean, we have to go past this VOR yet. Then we got to come way down here. Oh, our airport's right there. Oh, just about. Come on. Bring it in so I can get my weather. I think that's your airport, isn't it? KRAP? There's the VOR, but where's the airport? Oh, it's almost in sight. Almost there. Ooh, we can aim for that ADF maybe. That might be helpful to use that. Where is our airport? It should be there any second. Anyway, once we get our destination weather, I'll come back in with you, and then we are going to follow these blue lines. But see, look how far we have to go. And we would have hit 5,000 feet way too early. But again, I couldn't calculate anything. So I'm going to level us off now. We're at 10.5. I'll come back with you as soon as we have an airport to look at. Alright, finally the map refreshed. And it looks like we can just aim for this. We should be okay. And then we'll just pick up ILS. So we're going to keep aiming. We'll just keep on our track that we're on right now, which is lining us up. And then once it does, this should spin around, and we'll use heading bug to point towards it. And then we'll flip it over to pick up ILS. So that'll be the plan. Let's get our destination weather while we can. So yeah, we're just going to fly straight into this one, if the weather is right. 31, because you take away that. Runway 32, boom, there we go. What is the altimeter? 3005, big change there. 3005, there we go. Good. So we'll keep an eye on the map, but we shouldn't really need it now. We're just going to fly along this blue line, and then once these double arrows spin around, providing I didn't screw up nav 2, and they are going to spin around. Providing they spin around, we'll just aim at it with heading bug, and then tune in ILS at that moment. And then the plan is to come here. This should be 10 miles out. Turn. And probably pass it and zigzag a little bit, but that should be plenty of time. So we want to be at 5 grand or so here, I think. Maybe even less than that at that point. So let's start coming down a little bit. We're still at 8,100. I've slowly been having us come down 100 feet per minute. We're going to slow down 180 knots soon too. Maybe by the time we get here, we'll slow down 180 knots, start getting some flaps and gear out. Maybe. I don't know. But it's been the slowest crawl from takeoff to this point when we slowed it down. Was half the time it's taken since we slowed down, just because we don't know where we're going. So anyway, I want to keep an eye on this double arrow. As soon as it spins around, I'll tell you how we're going to do this. I'll catch you then. So it looks like our nav 2 might not be working either, because it's tuned to 112.3, which if you look at the map is our RAP VOR 112.3 is tuned to nav 2. I mean, it's already there, but it hasn't spun around yet, and we're fairly close. I mean, we have what distance between? We have 59 nautical miles between VORs, which means we're about 25 miles away, and we haven't picked it up to spin it around. So again, I mean, look at it, it's even going to ADF. Look at it, see? I mean, why would it? Never mind. It just shouldn't move. But anyway, I don't know what's going on. Did I click two things? Did I click a DME button to turn it off, and then did I accidentally click? Something to make nav 2 not work? Because within, I mean, now we're probably within 20 miles. Yeah, I mean, if you look between VORs from there to there, it's 59 miles. So we're within 20 miles, and it hasn't picked it up yet. So obviously that's not right. We're on the blue line, so let's just use heading bug at this point, which are already set. Let's actually go that way a little bit to give us a little bit more time. And let's come down here and do heading select, as much as it pains me to do that. I also have to keep an eye on our speed now because we're going to level off at 5 grand soon, and then throttles will control speed instead of descent rate. I'm going to slow down about 180 pretty soon so we can keep things under control, get flaps and gear out. I already have spoilers armed, landing lights already on, and auto brakes already armed. I did that off camera. So we're all set to land. We just got to do flaps and gear as we slow down. So the last step then, since we don't have any nav 2 apparently, is to set this to ILS 119.3, right, or 109.3, sorry, 109.3 with a heading of 324. And if this works, then eventually we'll pick this up. This will light up all pretty. We can do auto glide slope until we want to land manually. If it works, I don't know. I don't have any hope in anything at this point. 200, start getting flaps out. There's an airport up there on the right, of course. So now we're just going to fly this way with the heading bug until we pick up the localizer. And if we pick it up, great. If not, we'll figure something out. So we're going to fly, because we pick it up at 5 grand, right? Yeah, we'll intercept at 5 grand. So we're just going to stay right here until that auto glide slope lights up. That's the plan. Follow this heading until auto glide slope lights up. Push a button. That's it. Right? That's all we got to worry about. All right, let's hang out at 200 knots here until you get a little bit closer. Don't start slowing down. But there's definitely an airport out the right window. So I don't know. I'm going to manage flaps and speed and gear. And I'll catch ya in a moment. Enjoy some of the scenery. So we're going to check our V card, set the bugs. Flaps 30 at 117. So flaps 30, we got 3 left to go. I got the gear down already, did that off camera. Let's get flaps going down. We're going pretty slow. And then 113 or whatever he said. Yeah, plus wind, plus gusts. More throttle. I mean, airport is right there. So that does not look like 10 miles, does it? That's going to be a sharp turn, too, because you want to intercept the glide slope within 40 degrees. Oh, boy, we might have to bring this in manually. I really don't think the computer's going to be able to take this. But we are reporting runway in sight. So we'll probably have to go manual here in a minute. Flaps, we need one more set. We're flying pretty dirty right now. We have plenty of fuel to do so. So let's just go full for flap 30 right now. Gear's already down. Spoilers are armed. Auto brakes are set to max, because that's how I roll. And if the localizer even picks it up, I don't know. I'll catch you here as soon as we pick up something, either the localizer or I see the airport go by. Then we'll just do it manually at that point. Well, looks like we picked up the localizer. Holy cow. So let's use this heading bug now to get us within 40 degrees. I can't believe it. And then localizer's lit up there. So let's do auto glide slope. I can't believe this might actually work. Yeah, it's going to turn us right in. Look at that. Impressive. I don't know how he managed to pull that off. But it's going to work. So, we're just going to watch our speed. We got to slow down, though, with all that flap we have out. We're just going to watch our speed and let the computer do the work. If we catch the localizer before the glide slope should pick up as well. And this thing should fly by in a second here. Hopefully. It's still pegged, though, but looks like there's a different runway over there, though. Very curious. Maybe it's just the way they're lined up. We're seeing one before the other. Yeah, we blew through the glide slope. Okay, let's take over manually, because this is not working. And let's get some speed, because we are going to stall. Holy cow! Yeah, this is going to take us right into the airport. So let's oh, slam my throttle. There we go, because I wasn't able to turn. Let's do this by hand, shall we? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to nose down, and it's not nosing down at all. Come on, Mr. Boat. My nose down isn't working. Yeah, what? What is going on? I have no, autopilot's off. I cannot control the airplane with my yoke. Why are we climbing? Why are we climbing? I have no control at all. Disengage autopilot. I have no control at all with my yoke. None. And throttles are full. Look at that. Throttles are pigged. Throttles are absolutely pigged. And my yoke is all the way in. I have no control of this airplane. Why does this happen to me? I can go left and right, but I cannot go up and down. Now the throttles are finally kicking in. You see they're pegged, right? You see that? And I'm bringing them back a little bit. Do you see that? Why can't I point this thing down at all? This is insane. What is going on? Well, I'm using my gauge to get us back to the runway, although I think we're pretty much over the airport, so I don't think this is going to work. Do I have control yet? No. My yoke is all the way forward. I'm trimming down as much as possible. There's our runway. Can I please trim down, trim down, trim down, trim down, trim down? I'm not going to land. We're going to go around. I'm just trying to get us lined up here so that I can use my gauges to actually... Okay, slowing down with the throttles now. Finally, thank you. We are flying so dirty. So dirty. So many flaps out. Our speed is way too high for this many flaps. Yeah, my trim is all the way forward. I can still barely nose down. This is strange. We're going to fly over, do a go-around. This is really weird. I don't know what's going on. Slow down. Come on. Weird. Oh, well. Now can I go back? Yes, I can go back. Okay. Well, we're going to get a nice flyby of the airport, aren't we? Okay. That's, yeah. Sync rate. Don't give it up. There we go. A little bit of throttles in now. Now we're under control. I am in complete control now, finally. Well, beautiful airport. This is crazy. Alright, we're just going to do a... No, we're not landing. We're going to do a big circuit. Nope, we're not landing. Let's keep our throttles like about here, so that keep our speed here. Trimming back so I don't have to fight it so much. I guess I should go flaps in and gear in. Or we're going to keep it dirty. We're just going to keep this thing completely filthy. Alright, we know our runway heading. We know our runway heading because the HSI, it's not really HSI, but whatever it is. It's pointing in the right direction. So we're just going to do a nice big circuit. More throttle, please. Keep above stall. There we go. Now we're doing a cross leg, which we don't say very much. Crosswind. Alright. Trying to keep us a little level or climbing. Definitely not sinking. There we go. Give us a little bit of room. And then let's do downwind leg. Like so. I'm doing all this with my gauges. I'm not looking out the window at all. I know I'm staying about level. And I know where the runway is based on my gauges. Let's level off now. Now we're parallel to the runway. If we look out our window, we should see it. See? And we're about level at what? 40, we're 1,000 feet above ground level. Because we know our airport elevation. Let's slow down because we have way too many flaps out for this speed. But landing gear, I'm sorry, yeah, gears down, flaps are down where we want them to be for landing. Auto brakes are armed. Spoilers are armed. We should have brought in some flaps and brought in gear for the go-around, but hey, the fact they did a go-around is an improvement. I never do go-arounds. I just point at the runway. So, We don't have our glide slope picked up yet, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go out farther, I guess. Then make a base leg once we pick up a glide slope, I think. Because the radio's still tuned. Yeah. So, we're just manually flying, keeping our speed, keeping an eye on our speed. Go at least at that second flag. Okay, so there we go. We know the runway is off to our left because it picked it up there. And we do not want to do auto glide slope right now. In fact, we're not even going to auto glide slope. We're just going to completely do this manually. Not sure why we haven't picked up a glide slope yet. We still have the localizer to the left. Let's slow down. Okay, I think that's plenty of distance. Again, no DME, so I don't even know how far away we are from the airport. But here we go. Let's see. We've climbed a little, so let's slow down, go down a little bit here, because we're about 1,700 above ground level. And let's slow way down. And let's not slow down or descend that quickly either. Alright, so this is our base leg.
Sync rate.
Yeah.
Sync rate.
What do you mean sync rate?
Roll up.
I can't see. See, I'm not looking out the window. Oh, now we get our glide slope thing. Okay, so now we'll level off.
Glide slope.
We'll level off until we get our glide slope.
Glide slope.
Yeah, I know we're... Okay, and there's the runway. We're passing the runway, see?
Glide slope.
Doing all this on instruments, by hand. Whoa, let's not tip the plane over. Yep, we're going to stay level now until we pick up our glide slope. We're going to come back to the runway. So we're going to hit about 40 degrees or so. Okay, slowing down but staying level. Here we're going by the runway again. I'm not looking out the window. I'm using all my gauges. Just using gauges. This is glide slope because we're below the glide slope. I really don't care. Alright, let's just level off here until the needles line up. And let's watch our speed. I'm not looking out the window. I guess I could go like this, right? But we're not going to. Oh, now it says we're right of the runway. So move over a little bit, stay level until our glide slope catches up. Keeping our speed down. This has been the longest quick flight ever. Our approach speed is good. And we're going to look out, report runway in sight. There we go. I'm just going to stay level until we catch up with the glide slope. Keep our speed up a little bit. And we do have a crosswind from the left, I think. I can't remember right now, but we do have a crosswind, yeah, because it's blowing us to the right. So, again, crosswind landing if we want to. Left main down, right rudder, firm landing. Don't slam the nose wheel down. But it's such a light crosswind, I'm just going to try to land the plane at this point. It's okay, there we go. We went right through the glide slope because I was too busy talking about a crosswind landing. Doggone it, I should have just stayed quiet. So anyway, I think what I'm going to do is just have a sterile cockpit and try to land this plane. Let's see what happens.
Flight slow. Flight slow. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Here we go. Boom. The only way that could have been better was to be a little more centered. Whoops, I bumped my brakes on accident. Sorry. So now the auto brakes aren't going to work. Let's go reverse it at 40. Roll this thing out. Flaps and start coming in. Holy cow, we did it. I lost my mouse. There we go. Well, come on. There we go. I don't know how we did it, but we did. We survived. Very, very scary. Holy cow. Now we got to figure out where we're going. Let's try to get centered here. Guess we're just gonna go over there. It's dark, I don't know the area. Let's just take this other runway as a taxiway and try to find a place to park. Smooth as silk though, that landing. I'm learning how to land this thing. Wasn't as good as last time, because last time was centered as well, but that's okay. Alright, let's just pull off here. Actually, let's go to the, yeah, let's stop right here because we don't know where we're going yet. And set the parking brake and turn off the landing lights. We'll keep the taxi lights on. Auto brakes are disarmed. And now we just need to figure out where in the world we're going. Let's see. Looks like I saw some jets over there, I thought. I saw something. Let's just turn left here if we can. Parking brake off. Oh, sorry. Bring the spoilers in. Bring the spoilers in. There we go. Alright, let's see. Are we going to make this turn? Yeah, we'll make it. I thought I saw some jetways over here. I can't really tell what's going on. Let's use this one right here. And then we'll just bring the stairs down. Oh no, we can pull in there. Yeah, we can pull in there. Awesome, let's do that. Alright, let's hop outside. And we have to use this one. Spin around. There we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Easy does it. Easy does it, Buster. There we go. I'm gonna be able to park this thing. Backwards. Come on. Don't clip the wings of your neighbor. I think you can do it. There we go. Stop right there. Come down and set the parking brake. Alright, here we go. Shutdown checklist. Note the time on clock. Landing lights off. Taxi light. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I have a... on this piece of paper, my shutdown checklist is handwritten, so I don't have the right checklist. So whatever. Let's figure this out if I can remember what to do. Let's do the air cart. Oh, what's this mean? Oh, we almost ran out of fuel. Doing all that. Nice. Is it this one? Air cart, GPU, whatever. External power. That thing was never on because we didn't use it. External power. Battery, I guess. Kill the engines. Seatbelt can come off. Yeah, we should be good to go because that turned off. Yeah. And all that noise we hear. Unless our battery. Come on. There we go. And we're on air cart. External power. Boom. See, look at there it happened again. Those lights went out. Those stayed on. Do we ever get DME? DME never kicked on over here either. Well, let's hop outside and have a little chat, shall we? So thank you for flying our South Dakota flight in 727. Questions I have. Why do the pilot lights not turn on until you're started up? And why do I have all my external lights on? And what was my third thing? I had a third thing. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, I can't remember. Anyway, why don't those pilot lights come on until you've got the thing running either with APU or some other source, but the co-pilot sides do? And why didn't I have DME? Very strange. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the flight. I certainly did. That was very stressful. But we made it without cheating. I didn't drag the plane around or anything. We did pull up the iPad for real-time view, which was, wouldn't have existed if we were truly doing slant alpha. But we've had plenty of true slant alpha flights. We can forgive ourselves a little bit and really forgive this parking job. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you're a regular subscriber, thank you for continuing support. If you haven't by accident, please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends. I was going to throw in some other non-50 state flights, but we're so close to the end, I think I'm just going to burn through these remaining sites. So that means our next flight, unless something else comes up, will be, looking at my list, skipping the non-50 states. Looks like leg 42, Tennessee. I'll see you there.